But you guys have a pretty intentional effort to make illegal immigrants, as you call them, monsters.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Liberal Expression. Nothing was more amusing this week than watching the press meltdown when they were told by the presidential physician that Trump is actually healthy. And nowhere was that meltdown more glorious than on MSNBC, where it derailed all of their hopes and dreams.
I'm sure this guy's great guy, great physician, blah, blah, blah. He shouldn't have sounded so Trumpian, first of all. And second,
well,
Willie,
did he write it?
He works in a White House where just about everybody who makes public statements lie. You won't find a reputable doctor in America that will tell you getting 4 hours of sleep a night is good for you. They will all say the same thing. Get 4 hours of sleep a night. Over time, your cognitive abilities start to degenerate. Not a single respectable doctor in America would say what he said.
Well, you know, they do seem pretty upset. I mean, I do recall when Hillary's doctor gave her exam, they seemed a little bit more pleased.
Her physician otherwise says she's healthy and fit to serve as president, that, quote, she's in excellent mental condition. I'm told to keep going, but I just want to pause for a second. I think that's worth pausing, that they pointed that out.
Also worth pausing over is the liberal media not only doubting a presidential physician this week, but also a report on immigration that comes from the Department of Homeland Security.
But you guys have a pretty intentional effort to make illegal immigrants, as you call them, monsters. You put out this DHS report today that fictionalizes the risk of terror that is represented by people who come into this country illegally. We understand that that's against the law. We understand that it has to stop.
My favorite moment is how Chris Cuomo's bias shines through in a span of about 10 seconds. Illegal immigrants, as you call them.
We understand that that's against the law. We understand that it has to stop.
Yeah, we understand that they are immigrants and they are here illegally and it has to stop with these
illegal immigrants, as you call them.
All right, so that was a great example of liberal logic. So let's wrap things up with a liberal getting schooled on government as CNN decides to ask how a government shutdown could possibly be called the Schumer shutdown.
I wanted to ask about your comment at the beginning of this. You said this was the Schumer shutdown. How can it be the Schumer shutdown when Republicans control the White House, the House, and the Senate?
Come on, you know the answer to that as well as anybody. I mean, I have to laugh when people say that, oh, we control the House and the Senate and the White House, why can't you get this done? You know as well as anybody that it takes 60 votes in the Senate to pass an appropriations bill, right? You know that.
I know that.
Okay, so when you only have 51 votes in the Senate, then you have to have Democrat support in order to keep the government, to fund the government. So that's the answer to your question.
That's all for now. I'm Eric Shiner from MRC-TV, and I'll see you again next week.